I never believed in emergency alerts. Most of the time they warned you about storms, missing people, or road closures. Nothing that ever mattered to me. So when my phone screamed at exactly 2:43 in the morning, my first thought was that someone had made a mistake. The sound was so loud it pulled me out of a deep sleep. The room was completely dark. Outside, rain tapped softly against the bedroom window. I reached for my phone without even opening my eyes. The screen was glowing bright red. Emergency alert. I sighed. Probably another weather warning. But then I noticed something strange. There was no government logo, no agency name, no weather symbol. Only a single sentence. Do not look outside after 3 a.m. For a few seconds, I simply stared at the screen. Then another line appeared. This message was sent 18 hours from your future. I actually laughed. Someone had to be hacking the emergency alert system. Had to be some kind of viral prank. People online would do anything for attention. I threw the phone onto the bed and walked into the kitchen. I poured myself a glass of water. The apartment was silent. Too silent. Even the refrigerator wasn't making its usual humming sound. The power was still on. The lights worked, but everything felt different, as if the building itself were holding its breath. I looked at the microwave clock. 2:47 a.m. Still 13 minutes until 3. I kept thinking about the message. Don't look outside. Why would anyone write something so specific? If it were fake, why not tell people to evacuate? Why mention a window? I walked back into the living room. The curtains were closed. Beyond them was the street where I had lived for almost 6 years. Nothing unusual had ever happened there. No crimes, no strange neighbors. Nothing. I almost opened the curtains just to prove how ridiculous the message was. Instead, I stopped. Something inside me, something I couldn't explain, told me to wait. The phone vibrated again, another alert. No sound this time, just vibration. I unlocked the screen. The message had changed. If you have already looked outside, leave immediately. If you have not, keep the curtains closed. My smile disappeared. Someone wasn't just sending random messages. Whoever wrote them knew exactly what I was doing. I looked around the apartment. The television was off. The laptop was closed. Every camera on my phone was covered with tape because of an old habit I had never broken. No one should have been able to see me. I suddenly remembered the peephole in my front door. Without thinking, I walked toward it. My hand reached for the door. Then I froze. The third message arrived. Do not use the peephole. He's waiting for that too. I felt my stomach tighten for the first time that night. I wasn't laughing anymore. I slowly stepped away from the front door. Every instinct told me to look through the peephole. If someone was really outside, I wanted to know. But the message kept replaying in my head. Don't use the peephole. I don't know why. But I listened. My apartment suddenly felt much smaller than it had a few minutes earlier. The silence wasn't normal anymore. It had weight. I picked up my phone again. No signal, no Wi-Fi, no emergency service, nothing. The only thing that still worked was the alert system. Another vibration, another message. Do not make unnecessary noise. I looked around the room. Who was sending these? How could they know exactly where I was? Before I had time to think, someone knocked on the front door. 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock. I didn't move. Then a man's voice. Calm, friendly.
Good evening.
My car broke down. "Could you help me for just a minute?" I almost answered. But another alert appeared. "Do not respond, he already knows your voice." My mouth went dry. The man knocked again, this time a little harder.
"I know you're awake."
"I saw your kitchen light." I hadn't closed the kitchen door. He was right. He could see the light under the curtains. Another vibration. "Whatever happens, do not unlock the door." The knocking stopped for several long seconds. Nothing happened. Then I heard footsteps. Slow, careful footsteps. Walking around the outside of the apartment. I lived on the 3rd floor. There was no balcony, no fire escape outside my bedroom, no place where anyone could walk. Yet the footsteps continued. One step, another, then another. As if someone was circling my apartment from the outside. The sound finally stopped beneath my bedroom window. I held my breath. I wanted to pull the curtain back. Just 1 inch, just enough to see. But I remembered the first warning. Do not look outside after 3 a.m. The phone rang. Not another alert. An actual phone call. The caller ID made my blood run cold. It was my own number. For several seconds, I couldn't even breathe. Then, against every bit of common sense, I answered. There was only static. Then a voice, my voice, only older, exhausted, barely whispering.
"If you're hearing this,
it means I still have one chance.
you have to trust me.
No matter what happens next."
Don't let him hear your name."
The line went silent. I whispered.
"What are you talking about?"
No answer. Only static. Then one final sentence.
"He isn't outside anymore."
He's already inside the building. The call disconnected. At that exact moment, I heard the elevator stop on my floor. The elevator didn't move. I stood completely still. The display above the apartment door always made a quiet mechanical click whenever the elevator arrived. This time, there was only silence. No footsteps, no voices, nothing. I checked the time. 3:11 a.m. My phone vibrated again. "Do not leave your apartment. He wants you to think the hallway is empty." I backed away from the front door. Every second felt longer than the last. Then, someone laughed. It wasn't loud. It wasn't even close. It echoed through the hallway, like someone standing at the far end of a long tunnel. The sound lasted only a second. Then it disappeared. Another alert arrived. "He's counting." I frowned. Counting what? Before I could think, I heard it. A soft tap against my bedroom window. My heart nearly stopped. That wasn't possible. I lived on the 3rd floor. There was nothing outside that window except empty air. Another tap, then another. Slow, patient, as if someone was gently knocking on the glass with a single finger. I forced myself not to look. Every part of me wanted to pull the curtain aside. Instead, I closed my eyes. The tapping continued. My phone vibrated. "Whatever you hear, do not look. It knows curiosity is stronger than fear." The tapping suddenly stopped for a moment. Everything became perfectly quiet. Then I heard something much worse. A voice, soft, almost identical to my mother's voice. "Daniel."
I know you're in there. I forgot my keys. Can you open the door? I felt my entire body freeze. My mother had died 5 years ago. Tears filled my eyes before I even realized it. The voice sounded perfect. Every word, every breath, exactly the way I remembered her. She knocked gently. Please, it's cold. I don't want to stay outside. I took one step toward the door. My phone buzzed so violently it almost slipped from my hand. It isn't her. Don't answer anyone who knows your memories. I stopped immediately. The knocking became harder. The voice changed. Still my mother's, but now angry. Daniel, I know you're standing there. Why won't you help me? Then, silence. A few seconds later, another message appeared. Good, it failed, it will try someone else now. I stared at those words. Failed? Try someone else? Before I could process them, the apartment above mine exploded with screaming. A man shouted. A woman cried. Furniture crashed across the floor. Then, everything stopped. Instantly. No footsteps. No crying. No voices. Nothing. The alert arrived almost immediately. Do not investigate. You can't save them anymore. Then another message appeared beneath it. You're next. You're next.
I couldn't stop staring at the last message. You're next. I read it again and again. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped my phone. The apartment above mine had gone completely silent. No footsteps, no voices, no movement. It was as if no one had ever lived there. I wanted to call the police. I dialed 911. The call connected. For a second, I felt relieved. Then someone answered. But it wasn't a dispatcher. It was me. My own voice. Only this time it sounded exhausted, older, almost broken. Hang up. I froze. If you stay on this line, he'll hear you. I whispered, who are you? A long silence, then, I'm you. 23 days from now. Every hair on my arm stood up. No, this isn't possible. I know. I said the same thing. My future self took a slow breath. Listen to me very carefully. You don't have much time. Everything started because you answered the first alert. I frowned. What do you mean? You acknowledged it. And now, it knows you exist. The line filled with static. His voice became distorted. They can only find people after they're noticed. Before I could ask another question, the connection cut out. The screen went black at the exact same moment. Every light in the apartment went out, complete darkness. Not even the street lights outside were visible beneath the curtains. I reached into the kitchen drawer and found a flashlight. It flickered once, twice, then finally stayed on. Its weak beam barely reached the hallway. That's when I noticed something impossible. The front door was slightly open, just a few inches. I knew I had locked it. I remembered turning the deadbolt. Slowly, I walked closer. My heart pounded so loudly it hurt. The hallway beyond the door was empty. At least, it looked empty. The flashlight trembled in my hand. Then the phone vibrated again. Do not look into the hallway for longer than 5 seconds. I immediately lowered my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I shut the door as hard as I could. Locked it, then locked it again. Another alert arrived almost instantly. Good. It didn't notice you. Not yet. I leaned against the wall, trying to breathe. Then, something slid underneath my front door. A single sheet of paper. I stared at it for several seconds before picking it up. It wasn't blank. It was a photograph. A picture of my apartment building, taken from across the street. Every apartment was dark, except one. Mine. Someone had drawn a red circle around my bedroom window. Across the bottom, in shaky handwriting, were 6 words. He already knows where you sleep. Then, my phone vibrated one more time. Do not go to sleep. No matter what you hear tonight. I didn't sleep. Not even for a second. I sat on the floor with my back against the wall, staring at my phone. The flashlight rested beside me. Its beam stretched across the living room, leaving the corners buried in darkness. The clock on the microwave slowly changed. 3:41, 3:52, 4:03. Every minute felt like an hour. Then, another alert appeared. Good. You're still awake. The next one came only a few seconds later. Do not answer anyone who says your full name. I frowned. Why would that matter? Before I could think any further, someone knocked again. Not on the front door, on the bedroom wall. 3 slow knocks. Knock, 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 knock. I froze. The bedroom wall bordered the outside of the building. There wasn't another apartment behind it. Only open air. The knocking came again, exactly 3 times, then silence. I grabbed the flashlight and slowly walked toward the bedroom. Every step felt heavier. The closer I got, the colder the room became. My breath was suddenly visible. I reached the doorway. Nothing. The room looked exactly the same. The bed, the chair, the curtains still closed, the windows still locked. Then, my phone vibrated. Don't check under the bed. I immediately looked away from the bed. My heart was racing so hard I could hear it. Why would the alert mention the bed? Unless there was actually something there. I took another step backward. Then I heard it, breathing, slow, deep, steady, breathing, coming from somewhere inside the room, not outside, not the hallway, inside. The flashlight shook in my hand as I searched every corner. Nothing. The breathing continued. Another alert appeared. It wants you to search. Ignore it. I forced myself to stop moving. The breathing suddenly stopped. The silence that followed felt even worse. Then my phone rang. The screen displayed only one word: unknown. I let it ring. Another alert appeared. Answer. It's safe. I hesitated. That was different. Every previous message had warned me not to do something. This one told me to answer. Slowly, I accepted the call. No static this time, just breathing. Then a woman spoke. Very quietly. If you're hearing my voice, then the alerts chose you. I don't have much time. My name is Claire. I survived for 41 days. 41 days? What are you talking about? I whispered. They aren't messages. They're instructions. They don't predict the future. They're trying to rewrite it.
I felt my stomach tighten. "What are they?" She didn't answer immediately when she finally spoke again. Her voice was shaking. "They were never outside. They've been inside people's minds from the very beginning." The call crackled. Her voice became distorted. "They only become real after you begin believing they're real." The line suddenly filled with a loud burst of static. Then I heard another voice, not Claire's, not mine. A deep whisper, calm, patient, almost curious. "Daniel, so you can finally hear me." The call disconnected. At the exact same second, someone whispered those exact same words from somewhere inside my apartment. "So you can finally hear me."
I didn't move. I couldn't. That whisper. It wasn't coming from the phone anymore. It came from somewhere behind me, inside my apartment. I slowly turned around. The living room was empty. The kitchen was empty. The hallway was empty. But the feeling remained. Someone was watching me. Not from outside, not through the window. From somewhere inside these walls, my phone vibrated again. "Do not speak. It can hear you now." I swallowed hard. My throat suddenly felt dry. Every instinct told me to shout, to ask who was there, to demand answers. But I stayed silent. Another vibration. Good. Keep breathing. Do not answer any voice, no matter whose voice it is. I stood there for what felt like forever. Then, the smoke detector beeped, just once. A sharp electronic chirp. I looked toward the ceiling, nothing. 5 seconds later, it beeped again. Then another one answered from the bedroom. Beep. Then the kitchen. Beep. Then the hallway. Beep. One after another. Every detector in the apartment began making the same sound, not at the same time. One by one, like a signal, passing through the apartment until they all stopped together. Complete silence. Another alert appeared. "It's checking if you're listening. Don't react." I forced myself to stay perfectly still. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I could hear it. Then, something impossible happened. The digital clock on the microwave changed. 4:18, then 4:17, 4:16. The time was moving backward. I rubbed my eyes. The numbers kept counting down. Another alert. "Do not trust the clock's time is no longer stable." A cold feeling spread through my body. I looked at my wristwatch. It still showed 4:18. The microwave now showed 4:11. My phone, 4:18. 3 clocks, 3 different times. Then the lights came back for the first time in nearly an hour. Everything looked normal again, too normal. The refrigerator hummed, the air conditioner started outside. I could hear rain again. It almost made me believe the nightmare was over. Then my television turned on by itself. White static, no remote, no sound, just static. Slowly, the static began to change. A picture appeared. It was a security camera pointed directly at my apartment building. I stared at the screen. The camera slowly zoomed in. Closer, closer, until I saw my own apartment window. The curtains were still closed. Then someone inside the room pulled them open. My blood froze because I was still standing in the living room. No one should have been near the window. On the television, a man stood
behind the curtains. His back was facing the camera. He looked exactly like me. Same height, same clothes, same haircut. Slowly, he turned toward the camera and smiled. My phone vibrated so violently it almost fell from my hand. Do not let him see your face. It's too late if he smiles first.
I couldn't stop looking at the television. The man on the screen was still smiling. He looked exactly like me. Same face, same clothes, even the small scar above my left eyebrow was there, slowly. He lifted one hand, not toward the camera, toward me, as if he knew I was watching him. Then the screen went black. The television switched off by itself. The apartment became silent again. My phone vibrated. Do not watch him. He learns from your attention. I whispered before I could stop myself. What is he? The moment the words left my mouth, I realized what I had done. I had spoken. The apartment answered, not with a voice, with a sound, the long, slow, creaking sound. Somewhere inside the walls, like wood bending under enormous weight, another alert appeared instantly. He heard you. Don't speak again. I covered my mouth. The creaking continued. It traveled through the apartment from the bedroom to the hallway to the kitchen until it stopped. Right behind the living room wall, silence, then one single knock, not loud, just enough to let me know. It knew exactly where I was standing. Another message appeared, move, now, without thinking. I stepped away from the wall at that exact second. Something slammed into it from the other side. The entire apartment shook, pictures fell from the shelves, a glass shattered in the kitchen. I stumbled backward. There was no apartment behind that wall, only the outside of the building. Whatever hit it had nowhere to stand. Another vibration. It's becoming stronger. Every time you acknowledge it, it gets closer. I stared at those words. Acknowledge it? I thought back. I had read every alert, answered the phone, listened to the voices, spoken out loud, looked at the television. Every choice I made had pulled me deeper. The phone buzzed again. This wasn't random. This wasn't haunting. It was contact. Something was trying to enter my reality, and I was helping it. The next message was longer than all the others. Read carefully. There are only 12 people left. 11 have already failed. You are the last one who still remembers the original world. If you fail, there'll be no one left to send the warnings. I read the message 3 times. It didn't make sense. The original world? What did that even mean? Before I could think, another message appeared. Look at the family photograph in your hallway. I hesitated. Then I picked up the flashlight and walked toward the picture hanging beside the front door. It was an old photo. Me, my parents, my younger sister. We had taken it years ago, at least. I thought we had. I shined the flashlight across the frame. My father, my mother, me. Then, I stopped breathing. There was someone else standing beside us. A tall man dressed in black, no face, just darkness where his face should have been. I had looked at that photograph hundreds of times. He had never been there before. My hands began to shake. The phone vibrated one last time.
He isn't appearing in your memories. He's replacing them. And once you forget, you'll never know he existed.
I couldn't take my eyes off the photograph. The faceless man stood between my father and my sister. One hand rested gently on my father's shoulder. The other was pointing directly at me. I blinked just once. When I looked again, his hand was no longer pointing. It was raised, as if he had been waving to me. I stumbled backward. "No," I whispered. "I've seen this picture 1,000 times." He wasn't there. The phone vibrated immediately. Don't trust your memory. It's changing faster now. I picked up another family photo from the shelf. Christmas. 10 years ago. My parents were smiling. My sister was holding a wrapped present, and there he was again, standing in the corner of the room watching us. No one else in the picture seemed to notice him. Every photograph, every memory, every moment of my life, he was there. Only now, I could finally see him. My breathing became faster. Another alert appeared. "You're remembering too much. Stay calm." The room suddenly felt colder. I looked toward the hallway. Something was different. The hallway seemed longer, much longer. I had lived in this apartment for 6 years. The hallway had always been about 15 feet long. Now, it stretched into darkness. The flashlight beam couldn't reach the end anymore. I rubbed my eyes. It was still there. The walls hadn't moved, the apartment had. Another message appeared. "Don't enter the hallway. It isn't your hallway anymore." A slow scraping sound echoed from the darkness, like someone dragging their fingertips along the wall. Closer, closer. Then, a voice, not loud, not threatening, just curious. "Daniel."
Do you remember the first time you saw me?
My heart stopped. I had never seen him before tonight. Had I? The question wouldn't leave my mind. Suddenly, a memory surfaced. I was 8 years old, lying awake in my childhood bedroom. There'd been someone standing in the doorway, a tall shadow, no face. I remembered screaming. My father had rushed into the room. He turned on the light. There was no one there. He smiled and said, "It was only a nightmare." But had it been? The phone buzzed so violently that I nearly dropped it. "Stop remembering. He's using your past to enter your present." The hallway became even darker. Then, a single footstep. Not toward me. Inside the hallway itself. Another. Then another. Something was walking, slowly, patiently, not trying to hide anymore. The footsteps stopped. A long silence followed. Then, I heard my own voice. From somewhere, deep inside the hallway. "Help me. I'm still alive. Please. Don't leave me here." I felt tears fill my eyes. It sounded exactly like me, terrified, desperate. Another alert appeared. "That's not you. He's learning your voice now." I covered my ears, but it didn't matter. The voice wasn't coming through the air anymore. It was inside my head. "Daniel, you've already been here. You just don't remember." The phone vibrated one final time. The next memory he shows you is the one he stole.
I closed my eyes. I didn't want another memory. I didn't want to know, but it didn't matter. The memory came anyway. It wasn't like remembering something. It felt like being pulled into another place. Suddenly. I was 8 years old again. My bedroom looked exactly the way I remembered it. The blue wallpaper, the wooden bookshelf, the little lamp beside my bed. Outside, rain tapped against the window, exactly like tonight. I watched my younger self sleeping peacefully. Then, someone walked into the room, not through the door, through the darkness itself. A tall figure, no face, no footsteps, just silence. He stopped beside my bed and slowly leaned closer. I wanted to scream. I wanted to grab my younger self and run, but I couldn't move. I was only watching. Then something happened that I had completely forgotten. The bedroom door burst open. My father rushed inside, not frightened, angry, as if he already knew what was there. He looked directly at the faceless man, not through him, at him, for a few seconds. Neither of them moved. Then my father quietly said, "Take me instead." Everything froze. The figure slowly turned toward him. My father never looked away. "I won't let you have him." The room became darker. The walls disappeared. The floor vanished beneath them. Only the two of them remained, standing in complete darkness. Then, the faceless man nodded, once, very slowly. My father looked toward the bed, toward me. Even though I was only watching the memory, it felt as though he could see me. He smiled, a sad smile. Then he whispered, "Forget tonight." The darkness swallowed him. Both of them disappeared. The memory shattered. I gasped and found myself back in my apartment. I was on my knees. Tears were running down my face. My father hadn't died in a car accident. At least, not the way everyone believed. He disappeared 3 weeks after that night. No body was ever found. My entire family had spent years searching for answers. The police gave up. Friends stopped asking questions. Eventually, everyone accepted that he was simply gone, except that wasn't true. The alert appeared almost immediately. Now you remember. I could barely hold the phone. Another message arrived. He didn't save your life. He delayed your turn. I felt cold all over. Delayed. Another vibration. For 27 years, he kept the agreement. Tonight, it ends. Before I could even breathe. The apartment lights flickered. Once, twice, then every light went out again. In the darkness, I heard footsteps, not in the hallway, not outside, inside my living room. Slow, heavy, getting closer, closer, until they stopped, right behind me. The phone vibrated one final time. "Don't turn around. He's waiting for you to recognize him." I didn't move. Not even an inch. The footsteps had stopped. Whoever, or whatever, was standing behind me. was close enough that I could feel the air change. The apartment suddenly felt freezing cold. My hands were trembling. Every instinct screamed at me to turn around. Just one look. That's all it would take. But the last alert was still glowing on my phone. Don't turn around. He's waiting for you to recognize him. Recognize him. Those words wouldn't leave my head. Not see, not look. Recognize. As if I had known him before, as if somewhere deep inside my mind. I had spent my whole life trying to forget his face. Another vibration. He's trying to become familiar. Don't give him a memory. I didn't understand. How could someone become familiar just because I looked at them? Then I remembered the photographs. Every single picture had changed. Not all at once. Little by little. He wasn't forcing his way into my life, he was replacing it. Another message appeared. Memory is a door. Recognition unlocks it. My breathing became shallow. Then, I heard breathing behind me. Slow, calm, almost peaceful. Not threatening, not angry, patient. As if he knew he had all the time in the world. The phone buzzed again. Close your eyes. Count to 30. Do not listen to him. I closed my eyes immediately. 1, 2, 3. The apartment was completely silent. 7, 8, 9. Then he spoke. His voice wasn't deep, it wasn't distorted. It sounded ordinary, almost comforting. Daniel, you've been running for a very long time. I kept counting. 15, 16, 17. You must be tired. I can make all of this stop. 20, 21, 22. I kept my promise. I waited. Now it's your turn. I reached 30. Another alert appeared. Good. Don't answer. He's becoming impatient. I opened my eyes. The living room looked exactly the same. The flashlight still lay on the floor. The television was off. The footsteps were gone. I thought maybe he had disappeared. Then I noticed something impossible. There were wet footprints leading across my living room. Dark footprints, as if someone had walked through rain. They began near the hallway, crossed the room and ended right in front of me. There were no footprints leaving, only arriving. I stared at them. Another alert appeared. Don't touch them. I stepped backward. One footprint slowly filled with water. Then another. As I watched, the water began spreading across the floor. Not like a puddle, like ink, black, thick, moving by itself. It reached the wall, then climbed upward against gravity. Letters slowly formed across the paint. They weren't scratched, they weren't written, they appeared one letter at a time. I know you remember. My entire body froze before I could react. Every light in the apartment came on at once. The refrigerator, the television, the microwave, every lamp, everything. The television switched on by itself. This time, there was no static, only a live camera. My apartment from above, as if someone had mounted a camera on the ceiling. I looked at the screen. I saw myself standing in the living room. Then, I saw someone else, standing directly behind me, close enough to touch my shoulder, tall, completely black. No face, no eyes, no mouth, just darkness. My phone vibrated so violently, it nearly slipped from my hand. Don't look behind you. He isn't standing where the camera shows us him. I couldn't breathe. The television was still showing my apartment. I was standing exactly where I really was. Every movement matched, every breath, every tiny shift of my shoulders, except there was someone standing behind me on the screen. He leaned closer, very slowly, as if he wanted to whisper something into my ear. But in the apartment, I felt nothing. No breath, no movement, no sound. Another alert appeared. The camera isn't showing the present. It's showing what's about to happen. My eyes widened. About to happen? I looked back at the television. The figure on the screen slowly lifted one hand. It reached toward my shoulder. I instinctively stepped to the left. On the television. I didn't move. My image stayed exactly where it was. 3 seconds later, the version of me on the screen suddenly stepped left, exactly the way I had. 3 seconds after I already had. I froze. The camera wasn't live, it was showing the future. 3 seconds ahead, another vibration. Watch carefully. It can save your life. I stared at the screen. The faceless figure raised its arm again. This time, it reached toward my neck. Without thinking, I ducked. 3 seconds later, the version of me on the television ducked too. But something was different. The dark figure didn't miss. Its hand closed around the other Daniel's throat. My own face twisted in pain. The screen filled with violent static. The television shut off at that exact moment. I felt a freezing pressure brush across my neck. Not enough to grab me, just enough to let me know it had almost happened. Another alert appeared. You only survived because you moved before the future reached you. I whispered. So, I'm watching my future. The phone remained silent, no answer. Then, another message appeared. For now, I slowly sat down. My legs barely held me anymore. Everything I believed about reality was collapsing. The alerts knew the future. The television showed the future. The phone calls came from the future. Then one question suddenly hit me. If all of this was happening, where was everyone else? I hadn't heard a single police siren. No neighbors, no cars outside, nothing. Another alert appeared. Go to the window. Do not look outside. Look at the reflection. I walked toward the curtains very slowly. I kept my eyes lowered. I stopped in front of the glass. The curtains stayed closed. The rain tapped softly against the window. I looked only at my reflection. It looked normal, tired, scared. Then, my reflection smiled. I didn't. Every muscle in my body locked. The reflection tilted its head. I stayed perfectly still. Then it spoke, without opening its mouth. The words appeared inside my mind. You were never supposed to remember. The room became ice cold. The reflection lifted one hand, slowly. It placed its palm against the glass. A second later, I felt something touch the opposite side. Someone else's hand, pressing against the window from outside. But I never looked. I never broke the rule. My phone vibrated so hard it almost slipped from my hand. Do not turn around! He isn't outside the window. I didn't move. Not after the last message. Not after the reflection smiled. My heart was pounding so hard it hurt. I kept staring at the window, only at my own reflection. It wasn't smiling anymore. It was watching me, exactly the way I was watching it. Then, my phone vibrated. Very slowly. Step away from the window. Don't break eye contact until you're 3 steps back. I took 1 step. The reflection didn't move. 2nd step. Still nothing. 3rd step. The reflection suddenly blinked. I didn't. A cold wave rushed through my body. That wasn't my reflection anymore. Another alert appeared. Good. You noticed. If it blinks before you do, it has already replaced someone. I stared at those words. Replaced? Someone? Before I could think. The apartment lights dimmed, not completely. Just enough to make every corner look darker. Then the phone vibrated again. You deserve the truth. This is the last archived message. The screen changed. For the first time all night. There was no warning. Instead, a voice recording appeared. Recorded. 27 years ago. My hands began shaking. I pressed play, static, heavy, breathing. Then, a man's voice. I recognized it immediately. My father. If anyone is hearing this, then the cycle never ended. More static. I don't have much time. They don't hunt people. They hunt memories. They don't need your body. They need your place. My father coughed. His voice sounded exhausted. They erase you, one memory at a time. And when everyone forgets you, they become you. My entire body went numb. He continued. If you're hearing my voice, Daniel, it means I failed. I couldn't destroy the signal. I could only delay it. I made them take me instead. There was a long silence. Then I heard something in the background knocking. 3 slow knocks, exactly like the ones I'd heard all night. My father whispered, "Don't answer, no matter who it sounds like." The recording crackled. His breathing became faster. They'll tell you they're your family. They'll become your friends. They'll even become you. A loud metallic crash echoed through the recording. My father shouted, "Run!" The recording ended. The apartment fell silent. I couldn't breathe for 27 years. My father hadn't disappeared. He'd been fighting this thing alone. Another alert appeared. He was the last guardian. Now it's your turn. I read the words over and over. Guardian, not victim. Guardian, before I could process what that meant. Every emergency alert I'd received tonight suddenly disappeared, one by one. The screen became completely blank. No messages, no signal, nothing. Then, for the first time since 2:43 a.m., my phone stayed completely silent. I looked around the apartment. The silence felt wrong, not peaceful, empty, as if someone had just left the room. Then, the elevator arrived. A soft mechanical ding echoed through the hallway. The doors opened. No footsteps, no voices, just silence. A few seconds later, someone knocked on my apartment door. 3 slow knocks. Knock, 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 knock. Then, my father's voice. "Daniel, it's over. You can open the door now." I didn't answer. I didn't move. I simply stood there, staring at the front door. My father's voice came again. Daniel, I know you're scared, but it's over. You won. Every word sounded perfect, exactly the way I remembered him. The same calm voice, the same gentle tone for just a second. I wanted to believe it. Then I remembered the recording. They'll become your family. They'll even become you. My phone was completely silent now. No alerts, no warnings, nothing. I realized something terrifying. The messages had stopped. Not because I was safe, because now I had to choose alone. Another knock, 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 knock. Then silence. Almost a full minute passed. Nothing happened. Slowly I walked toward the door. I didn't touch the handle. Instead, I spoke very quietly. If you're really my father, tell me what you said to me the last time we were together. The hallway remained silent for several long seconds. There was no answer. Then my father's voice returned. I told you that everything would be all right. I closed my eyes. No, I whispered. You didn't. Tears filled my eyes. You told me to forget. The apartment shook. A violent scream exploded from the hallway. Not human, not animal, something ancient, something furious. The lights burst one after another. Glass shattered. Every picture frame crashed onto the floor. The door bent inward, as if something unimaginably strong had slammed into it. Another impact, the deadbolt cracked. Another, the wood split. Darkness poured through the opening. Not smoke, not shadow, darkness itself. It moved like liquid, slowly filling the apartment. The temperature dropped so low that ice spread across the walls. Then I heard my father's real voice, not outside, inside my memory. Daniel, it only survives if someone opens the door. I finally understood. It had never needed permission to enter my apartment. It needed permission to enter me. Every warning, every message, every impossible event. They weren't trying to keep me alive. They were trying to stop me from giving up. The darkness stopped only a few feet away. For the first time, it spoke with its own voice. No disguise, no imitation, no borrowed memories, just one calm sentence. You cannot guard this world forever. I took a slow breath. Maybe it was right. Maybe one day I would fail. Maybe someone else would receive these messages. Maybe another frightened stranger would wake up at 2:43 in the morning. Maybe they would think it was only a prank, just like I had. I looked down at my phone, the screen lit up by itself. One final alert. Transmission complete. New guardian confirmed. The darkness slowly pulled away. The apartment became quiet. Outside, the rain finally stopped. Morning sunlight slipped through the curtains. Birds began singing. Everything looked normal again. Police cars arrived. Neighbors stepped outside. People talked as if nothing had happened. No one remembered the night. No one except me. Weeks passed. Life slowly returned to normal. Or at least, it looked normal. Every night, at exactly 2:43 a.m., my phone still lights up. No sound, no alarm, just one new message. A different name, a different address, a different city. Someone else has received the first alert. And every single night, I send exactly the same warning. Do not look outside after 3 a.m. Because somewhere,
has to keep watching before it's too late.